Well, Teagan was born a typical kid, totally no concerns. She started to get this weird wobble because she could walk, and then she started to fall back, like kind of lean backwards where we had to hold her to walk. So the puking and the balance, we learned later, were symptoms of the brain tumor. We're going to do everything to save them, but there's usually especially with brain tumors, a cost that you pay in that attempt to save them.
But with that, there's not many options for recovery. There's not many things that actually gives you hope. That's kind of why the hippotherapy has been really, really helpful.
It's the one therapy that she loves. She wakes up in the morning and she's dressed in her horsey pants and her horsey shirt. When I tell her at night, she always asks, "What's tomorrow? What's tomorrow?"
Where are you into? Oh. Howdy, cowgirl.
She cruises in at about 30 miles an hour on her walker, and just as fast as you can go with her helmet set and yelling, "Ride 'em, cowboy," and ready to go.
It's pretty incredible. She's not afraid of these horses. I mean, they're ginormous, you know?
I almost have to slow her down to make sure she's positioned in the right way to get up onto the horse. Teagan's been on a couple of different horses. Initially trying to find a good fit for her, we were on a few, and then we settled on our pony Ranger. And that was a really good fit for her, size-wise and height-wise. Ranger unfortunately did pass away several months ago. Having to share that with Teagan was hard. Tatum's really good at telling her about death and loss, and they bought a little stuffed horse, and she named that Ranger.
I brought my Ranger with.
Hippotherapy is the purposeful manipulation of equine movement. And in the case of Teagan, when she's sitting up on top of Mystic, I can get Mystic's, as she's walking, her pelvis to move in the same three-dimensional pattern that Teagan's pelvis needs to move while she's walking.
So when you're on a horse and you're moving, that just motion of moving alone for her is huge. Just moving.
So it's not just strength training, but it's also a lot of neurological processing that's taking place.
When she gets off that horse, you can tell mentally she's like exhausted. She'll do like, they have a miniature horse now, and she gets to, after she's done, she gets to go brush its hair, and she gets to feed it. Even though that's just like normal fun stuff, it's still therapeutic for Teagan. She just loves it. She gives it hugs.
Yeah. She's better knows that. Yeah. It's easy to bond with Teagan. It's easy to want to give your best for her, because she just gives her best every time. And she's just the highlight of my week. I really love working with Teagan. I just see great things in her future.
There's a lot of activities she's not going to get to do, unfortunately, and so it's even more meaningful to have one of those therapies, of those 10, that it's not only therapeutic, but actually she loves.